Shalom, 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 and welcome back to another episode here at Israelite Talk TV, one of the number one platforms where what? You don't get no paid media. Now, family, this morning we finna go in again, okay? And of course, we still got Katt Williams in the headlines. And it looks like he just did another interview with Willie D that's going on right now. So I'm gonna catch that a little bit later on to see what he got to say on that. But family, we already know that the elite was gonna be coming out and coming after Katt Williams after that explosive. Okay, after him and Shannon Sharp dropped that ether. Okay, and we need to give yeah, let's give Shannon Sharp a round of applause, right? Because what he just did was epic. Okay, he dropped one of the biggest. It's going to be the biggest interview of 2024. It's going to be hard to top that interview. Okay, on a lot of these different platforms. They broke the internet with that interview. Okay, as of today, as I'm speaking right now, it's at like 37 some million. So shout out to Shannon Sharp for that. Also, this is another reason why people are turning more to alternative media, because these are the places that we can go and get the real sauce. Okay. We can get the real sauce without all of this scripted stuff, all of this cutting you off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shannon Sharp let Katt Williams do his thing, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know, whenever you interviewing people, they're there to tell you their story. You know, a lot of times this stuff be so scripted where, you know, they want to cut you off. They don't want you to say this. They don't want you to say that. I was surprised, man. Even Stephen A. Smith, right? And we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith. That's our brother, man. But you know, he be in and out on us, you know. And I was listening to him give his response on the interview, because he was saying a lot of people asked him about it, but he gave him his flowers, you know, and he kept it asleep. I mean, at the end of the day, right? That interview was so. I mean, there's nothing nobody can say, because he already interviewed Steve Harvey now, you know, Cedric the Entertainer them. You know what I'm saying? They came and sat down on that platform and lied and got exposed for lying. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's just what it is. Nobody can say nothing. Nobody can say, oh, well, they got caught lying. And he exposing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ain't no way around it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Shannon Sharp for the work that he put in. This is going down in history as one of the biggest ever interviews, um, really of our time. And I think that the Yay drink champs would have did the same thing had they not made Nori take it down. Okay, so we got to give them they kudos for that, man. And it shows that people are really tapped in. Okay, now Katt Williams. Okay, so now when all else fails, okay, when all else fails, what do? They go get the little girl that cried rape or abuse. Okay. We're going to get into an article that was just released a couple days ago on Media Takeout. Okay. And this is how they get started. Okay. Let's get this added into the queue. And we already so look, so let's do this right here. We're gonna go through this article, right? That comes out, because this is what they do. They plant the seed, and then this is how they open the door for the Me Too campaigns. Okay. Now, this article that was released, and wait a minute, man. Let me give a shout out to the audience, man, the people that's coming in, checking in and stuff. Shout out to Brown Skin Girl. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to August. Um, Uh, ooh, we see, here we go. It's like soon as I get ready to go live, I got everybody and their mama calling me. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna have to hold on. We can ready to bust this down real quick. Um, so yeah, so shout out to everybody that's checking in. Nene checking in from Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sac. Hold on. I'm not we gonna have to hold on that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sac. Um, and let me know where y'all checking in from, man. Shout y'all city out, man. But anyway, let's get into this article, right? And we just gonna go ahead and enlarge that, make that big. Okay, now the article was put out on media takeout January 7th, so just like 2 days ago almost, right? And it goes, Cat Williams alleged violent history. Actress said he beat and burned her and studied black magic. Okay. And this is how they get the siege planted and get it going when all else fails. This is how they try to break you, because this is how they keep you held up in court and they can get money out of you. Okay. Now, according to media takeout, they're going to say Cat Williams nearly broke the internet next week. I don't think nearly. He did break the internet. Okay. And let's just give him his flowers. Okay. Because it's just exactly what it is. Okay. Yeah, he did. Um, but anyway, it goes something like this, right? Well, now the Illuminati appears to be striking back. An old lawsuit against Cat Williams was sent to media takeout, which claimed that Cat was a violent abuser who may practice black magic. Now, listen to this, right? It says media takeout anonymously, right? Anonymously received information from an old lawsuit filed by a beautiful black actress uh, against Cat from 2016. In the lawsuit, which we're told was settled, the actress Jamil Majesty claimed that comedian Cat Williams brutally beat her and then burned her with cigarettes. Okay. In the lawsuit, Jamil claimed that she met with 52-year-old comedian in April 2014 at a movie premiere. The beautiful actress said at the time, but she said at the time that she was brutally tortured for more than 3 hours in Williams' Malibu, California home. According to Jamila, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly, she pulled up to Cat Williams' gated mansion and was greeted by a scantily. Now listen to this, family. Okay, because this is what they want to highlight right here. This is how they want to get it going. She pulled up the Cat Williams gated mansion and was greeted by a scantily clad woman who parked her car. Once inside, she noticed two other women wearing headscarves and a third woman, no more than 18 years old, who was baking cookies. Now, what it don't say is, how do we know wasn't his daughter, or if this is even true or not? You see what I'm saying? But they want to put that in there because this is how they start the rape allegations, the abuse allegations, the pedophile allegations. This is how they do it. Okay. And we got to stop it. We nipping it in the bud before it gets stopped. We already know what the play is. I'm calling the play, and we just going to stop it before it gets started. Okay. We ain't playing about Cat. Okay. We rocking with Cat. Okay. Forget all them sellouts. Okay. Every last one of them. It says Cat allegedly, now listen to this. Cat allegedly invited Jamelia upstairs where she saw a large gun dangled from a throne. Jamil also claimed that she noticed a book about Wiccan religion on the table. Wiccan is a religion influenced by pre-Christian beliefs and practice of Western Europe, and affirms the existence of supernatural powers such as magic, and of both male and female deities who adhere in nature and that emphasize ritual observance of seasonal and life cycles. Okay. It says at one point, Jamelia tried to use Cat's bathroom, and that's when she claimed things turned violent. In a 2016 interview with the New York Post 6 page, she explained, I told Cat I was using the restroom. He said no one uses his bathroom. From there, I was immediately rushed and attacked by all five people, she added. I was beat in the face, taking every single blow. I did not throw one punch or kick ever, claiming that she feared for her life. Then things turned dark. Jamelia says that while the woman beat her, Cat started talking about why he burnt her with cigarettes. And I don't mean to laugh, but family, come on, man. Jamila says that while the woman beat her, Katt started talking about God while he burned her with cigarettes on her face and cheeks and repeatedly screamed, "Are you a Michael Jackson fan?" Jamelia added that her attackers took breaks only to smoke marijuana and cigarettes and for them to apply ice to me to resuscitate me so I can be beat some more. And this lawsuit, it says, so whatever happened to the lawsuit? Well, the suit was settled and Katt reportedly paid Jamila. She has not spoken out since the incident, is believed to be receiving settlement payments. Okay. So now this is the woman right here, Jamelia Magistrate. Uh, and let's see. Okay, let's go here. And this is the woman right here, okay, that says that Katt Williams beat her up, okay, beat her up, and put out cigarettes on her face. So the face doesn't look too, because think about it, family. If somebody was putting out cigarettes on your face, you would have some type of, there would be marks and stuff like that on your face showing that. Okay. I don't see it. Okay. But the point here that I want to make, family, is that what happens here in Hollywood is this right here. When you come into the game, right, they get you right soon as you come through the door. These women like Jamelia, and like I said, I hope I'm saying her name correctly. If not, I stand to be corrected. The women like Jamelia are the industry plants. These are the women that have been placed in this artificial environment that they put these entertainers in. And when you come into the game and you start going to these Hollywood parties where all of this stuff is going on, and you're sleeping with these women and you're doing all of this stuff, that opens the doors to the Me Too campaign, because people are going to start coming out of the woodworks. Family, let me say this, right? The commandments of Yah is going to forever be victorious. Okay. It's important. Now, and this is something that's controversial, right? A lot of people that's Christians don't believe this, but nature speaks on this. One of the things that Tanakh teaches us is that Yah allowed men to have multiple wives, concubines, which would be considered in modern day times as girlfriends. Okay. You say, okay, this is my girlfriend. I'm not married to her. This is my girlfriend. This is like a concubine. Okay. Whenever you're out and you're just sleeping with random women, hey, I go to this party. She bad. Let me take her. Hey, she's bad. Let me sleep with her. This opens the windows to these different allegations to come up against you. Okay. This is why it's smart to be in relationships with women, even though in those relationships, especially when you're dealing with Hollywood, you're still going to have problems and things of that nature. But it looks better versus you go into these random parties and you're getting caught up, man, and then they wait until you get all the way successful and you get the money to try to do what people like Bill Cosby try to do. And what do? They go get all these people out of the blue and they run the same old game. I'm tired of hearing it. I understand that there's women out there and men that have been raped, okay, and will continue to be raped until the end of this cycle is over with. Okay, this is not to throw any shade to people like that that's actually going through this stuff, but what tends to happen is a lot of times these women and these men are indulging in these forbidding acts, and whenever something happens, it's just like this stuff with TD Jakes, right? Now, the guy that came out that said that remember the guy that's supposed to be exposing all these bloggers and stuff, the guy that said that he may have the pictures, he may not have the pictures. He has those pictures, okay? Because he said Tyrone sent him the pictures to expose it. So he has those pictures. This is nothing more than extortion. And this is the problem that I have with it. Don't come before the people. It's like this, it's like the situation with Cassie, right? Where she came out, filed this lawsuit, and then within a day they say she settled. We don't know what the deal is or whatever the case may be with that. But here's the deal. Do you really want to see P. Diddy locked up and get him off of the streets for being a pedophile and being this monster? Or are you in it for a paycheck? If you're in it for the paycheck, then what are we siding with these people for? They don't want these people locked up. They want money. Whatever that woman was doing, she agreed to do. And I'm tired of these people agreeing to be involved in all of this stuff and then want to come out and act like you're exposing somebody. And then you want us to feel sympathy for the stuff that you're indulging in. If this woman was righteous, she would have said, nope, what P. Diddy did to me, he's a monster. He did this and that. I'm going all the way and I want him in jail and off of these streets for what he did. Did she do that? No, she did not. So my thing is, when y'all come out, listen, the bloggers have been exposing this stuff for years. The bloggers have been exposing this stuff for years. Whenever people go and work with the P. Diddy's and all these different people, it's because they want to work with them. We've already exposed this stuff. We could go through YouTube. There are countless and countless and countless videos exposing these people. If something happens to you under their watch, it's because you wanted it to. What are you doing over here messing with these people, knowing what type of people they is? Come on, man. You see, now, it's funny how whenever the truth is being exposed, people want to persecute these people. And we have to stand behind our greats. We have to stand behind our people that have our best interests at heart. Okay. I believe out of all of them, Katt Williams is one of the realest. Okay. He's one of the realest and he kept it a sleeve. You could tell how that man, when he broke that stuff down and we caught the lies. Okay. Like, for an example, Kevin Hart is the biggest sellout of this century, right? And I want to show you this, you guys this, excuse me. Now, here's a video. Here's a video. And let's just give a shout out to and this is all on the internet, family. You guys can go to this channel, and this channel is actually Black Tree TV. Okay. Shout out to Black Tree TV. But once again, this is why they say once it hits the internet, it's on the internet. This came out 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago. And this is when Kevin Hart was basically first getting ready to come into the industry, right? Now listen to what he got to say, right? Okay, listen to what he got to say. And let's make this, let's get this big on here. Okay. Fair use, fair use.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress.
Now, family, this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. Look how Kevin Hart is looking that man in his eyes. When he asked him about that dress, he couldn't look that man in his eyes. Look how he just looked off to the side and check him out.
Check him out. Ran into that with scripts and is this
look,
something that
look how you looking at him?
You wouldn't do, you know, for
look.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so you know, I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show.
So now, okay, now let's check it out. Check it out. Listen, family. We got this dude. Listen, family. We got this dude in real time, right? Kevin Hart in real time. Okay. Oh, well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And when they put that money in front of your face, what you do, you sold out. Now, listen to what he had to say, right? This is listen to his response here, right? So he responds. And this is what he has to say. Okay. And let's get him pulled back up. Fair use, fair use.
We talked last year also for 5 year engagement, and we talked about this theme going around in the black community about black comedians wearing dresses. You went
Look
on
at him. Look at him.
SNL
He
and did
already
your
know.
vision, and you
Look.
caught some flack for it. Do you feel like it's unfair that black comedians might have to answer for stuff that like Robin Harris doesn't have to answer for? Or?
No, you know what? I was actually one of those comedians that said, "No, I wouldn't wear a dress. There's no way I would wear a dress." And then when proposed with the opportunity of what I felt was funny, I said, "Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna do it." Oh, Kwanzaa is relevant. Yeah, that's funny. She's small. I can do the whole thing. It'll be funny. I think now, knowing about the opportunities that can be thrown at you, it's all about choice. You know, nobody makes you do anything.
But listen, though,
Nobody
now he gonna say, now listen, family, let's break this down, right? Oh, let's break this down. He gonna say, oh, now I know that this is something that let's bag that up, man. Let me bag you up, Cav. Let me bag you up.
was funny. I said, "Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna do it." Oh, Kwanzaa is relevant. Yeah, that's funny. She's small. I can do the whole thing. It'll be funny. I think now, knowing about the opportunities that can be thrown at you.
What
It's
you
all
mean now, knowing about the opportunities, knowing that this can be thrown at you? When in the other video, what do you mean? If if you knew if it would be through at you? We just heard the guy ask you, said, "Well, what do you think about the roles with people?" You said, "Well, I've never been hit with that," but they was already hitting people. You think that Dave Chappelle will come and lie about, you know what I'm saying, about the dress stuff? So you already knew about this before they offered you to get into the dress. What you mean? Now that I know about it, you knew about it then. How can you not, family? Listen, let's just bag this up. He asked the man. He asked the man. He asked the man.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that in the industry they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts, and is that something that you wouldn't do for?
I definitely haven't ran into to put on.
See, so right here, he already admit that he never ran into it. The guy asked him about it. So why all of a sudden now you like, well, now I know about this and that. No. You knew about it then. You wanted to put that dress on because, and I ain't no telling how much money they paid him to do it, but he got paid to do it. Okay. Let's get back over here and keep picking these lives
All about
apart, man.
choice. You know, nobody makes you do anything.
Right.
Nobody says this is what you got to do. This is the only way that you're gonna do it. Nobody made Martin put on a dress in Big Mama's house. Nobody made Tyler Perry put on the dress as Medea. Nobody made Jamie Foxx put on the dress as Wanda, and nobody made Martin do it as Shanae. You know, it was a choice.
Right.
And on Saturday Night Live, you know, it was a choice that I made. So I think it's all about your pick of what's funny to you and what you feel would be funny to others. And I will say that's the knowledge that I now have and understand. But from the outside looking in, you always go, oh, I ain't gonna do it. Ain't no way. Why? Why I gotta do it? I ain't gonna compromise myself. For what? I am who I am. But then you're in a movie, and then it calls for a funny scene. Hey, what if you went in this way? And if it's actually funny, it's funny.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I think funny is funny. And you can't put rules.
Now, once again, this is his excuse on why he put the dress on. Okay, this is his excuse. We're getting ready to listen to an interview, in which I'm gonna close it up with, by Brandon Jackson, the guy that played the son for Martin in Big Mama House. It's explosive, right? And I'm saving that for last. But here's the deal, right? What Kevin Hart is saying is not even making any type of sense. First off, that skit wasn't funny whatsoever. Okay, there was nothing funny about it. And then the other thing is why can they not go get women to play these roles? Why they can't go get women to play these roles? Why do it have to be men? Because they're messing with the psychology. Okay. They're prepping you for the cross dressing, the transgender agenda. This is why they do this. It's simple. Just go get women to play these women roles. Why do we have to be men? If you're funny, you're funny. And all the people, now listen to what David Chappelle had to say, right? And we know this is throwback, but we got to we have to bring these things back to people remembrance so that they can understand exactly what's going on. And once again, I want to send a shout out to Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle also is another person who went against the system and he won. You know why? Because when all else fails, that's a joke telling, you know what? You know what I'm saying? And he funny. You know what I'm saying? He funny. Kevin Hart, and I'm just keeping it a sleeve. Okay. This ain't hate, this ain't this and that. I'm pretty sure he got different points, but he's not funny. He's never been funny to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's goofy. He do a lot of goofy stuff, but he's not funny. He's not the Chris Tucker. He's not the David Chappelle, the Katt Williams. You know what I'm saying? The Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? He ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't hating you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Them boys funny. Like I could sit down and I could watch their movies all day. I will watch Rush Hour, Money Talk, Dead Presidents. You know what I'm saying? You know the real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's. I don't know. He ain't funny to me now. Other people may be funny too. He ain't funny to me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to side with Cat Williams on that about him being a plant. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you know what I'm saying, just what it is. You know what I mean? But now listen to what Dave Chappelle had to say, right? Okay. Dave Chappelle. Let's get this pulled back up.
Is definitely a priority.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And, what? A prostitute? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then,
Man, listen, even Oprah had to laugh. Dave Chappelle, we ain't messing with you today, man. Dave, we ain't messing with you today. We ain't messing with you today, Dave. That's funny. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. You know what I'm saying? But in being funny, he's being real. And he's explaining to you, like, listen, man, I'm funnier than this. Why is it so, why do I, and this is how they emasculate black men, because whenever you have these movies going on and you got black men playing these feminine roles, you know, these females, these, you know what I'm saying, it looks bad for the black man, you know what I'm saying. And images is very important. When people look at you, you have this is why you say I have an image. When people look at you, everybody image is different. And so when you start putting these dresses on and doing all of this stuff, it messes with you. This is why do you think people like Chris Tucker, right? Chris Tucker ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, you know what I mean? Remember he went, and everybody go through those little journeys and things like that. But remember he went through that. He ain't been the same since that. Remember Martin Lawrence went through all of that stuff. He ain't been the same because they know in the back of their mind, they know that they shouldn't be putting that stuff on, because now that stuff is recorded in time, and it's gonna, and we can see all of these episodes on TV with all of this stuff in regards to these men cross-dressing. Okay. So the reason why they're coming after Katt Williams is because, for a couple reasons. The first reason is that, excuse me, remember he said in that interview, he said, I know all their secrets. I know their secrets. And those secrets he do know, because you got to understand, he's part of the business. Okay. And see, this is why whenever you come into Hollywood, they have to hurry up and get dirt on you, because it's a dirty place. And they don't want you going back and spilling the tea on what's going on. This is why when people come to Hollywood, right? Remember, Katt Williams said, he spoke about Harry Weinstein. Okay, now we all know about Harry Weinstein, the movie producer out in California that had all these women come out and say that he, assaulted them, did all of this stuff, and he's currently locked up. Basically, he has, I believe, it's 2 different sentences. But I believe they're going to do him like they're getting ready to do R. Kelly. I would say within the next couple years, R. Kelly is going to be being released. Harry Weinstein's going to probably be the same thing, because here's the deal, right? When you in Hollywood and you're swimming with the sharks, that's a man that knows that he has to have dirt on people. There's no telling how much dirt he got on people. You know what I'm saying? And these are all going to be used as bargaining chips at some point in time. There's no telling what he has done, who he's rubbed the wrong way. But believe me, that at some point he's coming up out of that prison system. Okay, you can bet that. Okay, them type of people don't sit. They have to sit you down because of the stuff that's going on. But then they're going to double back and get you up out of there, because when nobody is paying attention and watching what's going on, then they can work their moves. Okay, but he said that Harvey Weinstein asked to suck his thing in front of, and everybody was in there, know about it, heard it, or whatever the case may be. But nobody talks about this stuff. And this is the reason why they make you go through these rituals to get in Hollywood, because they need dirt on you in order to accept you into those environments. Because if there's no dirt on you, then you have no loyalty to keep your mouth closed on the stuff that's going on in Hollywood. The thing with Katt Williams is that he's been in and out of jail. He's been down through that. You can't really scare him with jail. I'm gonna put you in jail. I'm gonna do this and that. All right, come on, I've been there. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? So what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to hold him up in court. And this is why we have to speak on this stuff to stop this from happening. Okay, we know the play y'all gonna try to run, and we just stopping it. Okay. Did you guys hear how even Shannon Sharp was shook a little bit? He said, hey, he said, if there is a club Shay after this, you know what I'm saying? Because he know how the business is. You know what I'm saying? They just, our people are rich slaves. We are in this nation. We're in captivity. They're nothing but rich slaves. Now, I want to close this live up today with Brandon Jackson, okay? This guy right here is a guy who played in Big Mama House, okay? This interview that he did was about 4 years ago on the same, this was on Comedy Hype, okay, where he did this interview. And he's speaking about this dress. I want you guys to hear what he has to say, because I think this right here sums everything up in a nutshell, okay? Now, let's listen to what he has to say in regards to putting that dress on in Big Mama's house.
It's like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. Pre-Big Mamas, to me, actually, it's like you have an AD, you're like AD, BC. Okay. It's like BM for me. My career pre-BM.
So Big Mama was a changing point.
Yeah.
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 What made it a changing point? Was it that it was Martin, or just everything was aligning up at the right time for you?
It was a negative changing point, to be honest.
Okay.
Positive in a way where the perception of my image was on every bus, but my personal life was in shambles in that time. It was horrible. Fair use.
You want to expound on that? What do you mean?
If I was a stand-up at the time, seasoned like I am now, I could tell the story. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue. Is like, how are you able to tell your story? most elegant way, eloquent, saying it in an eloquent way. I couldn't say what I was going through because it's almost like if you're a baby, you can't communicate yet, and I just wasn't fully a seasoned stand-up to be able to say what I was going through. But in retrospect, if I can say what I was going through, at the time when I did Big Mamas is when I met not my wife, my daughter's mother, and from that time, it's like my life was just, it was hell from there. My personal life was in shambles, but my career, it was at its height, I believe. It was going.
It was kind of like a passing of the torch in a sense.
Yeah.
All right, so family, let's stop right there, right? And let's dissect this, right? This is what it means to sell out and sell your soul. What he's telling us is that at that point in his life, that was the biggest point in his life, right? At that time, his life was in shambles, but all around the world, he was this big. And this is because, once again, Hollywood only objective is to keep our people in bondage by what? By putting these images out of there. So yes, we're going to make you famous. We're going to turn you into all of this stuff. But you heard what the man said. My personal life was in shambles when I put that dress on. It's like it was a curse when he put it on. Okay. Now, like I said, Martin Lawrence and all of these people are not going to speak on this type of stuff and come out and speak like that. But you better know and understand when you heard about he went through these breakdowns and all. Family, all of this stuff is contributing factors. Okay, let's keep going here. But this is how you sell your soul. This is what he's saying. His whole life was in shambles, but around the world, he was this big star. This is how it goes. Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was. And I played Martin's son, and I feel like that. It's so weird. It's like every time I play these sons of people, it never goes right.
What didn't go right with Big Mamas?
It was, first of all, no offense, that movie wasn't that good to me. It wasn't a prolific film. I sound so mean, like, oh, you should be grateful for, but I'm real.
Right.
Let's be real. Like, it wasn't like the best movie. It was okay. It was an entertaining film. Number one, Big Mama's one. That's arguably like, okay, Miss Doubtfire was out, but the whole dress bit was already overdone. You know, it was like, it was hacky. You know, and I did it purely for the money and the work of Martin Lawrence.
Stop right there. Stop right there. So even he is telling us, Brandon Jackson, shout out to this brother for keeping it in the sleeve. Like he's saying, it wasn't really no hot movie. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hot like that. You know what I'm saying? I just did it to get the money and to work with Martin. This is the trap, and this is why we have to target these entertainers, because this is what it is. People are drawn into this stuff just because, like he said, I wanted to work with Martin, plus I wanted the money. Now listen what he's getting ready to say about that money here in a minute, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it for the purity of comedy, but I did it for the purity of working with Martin. But I believe that it was still more than money. Like, dang, I'm gonna get a big check, you know.
Yeah. And knowing you now, and I'm gonna kind of set this question up, but in knowing you now, there's a more of an awakened Brandon compared to when he first came into the business. You mentioned the dress. There's a big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Katt Williams. Katt Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress. You know,
he called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress. So
right there, family. Let's go ahead and stop that right there. Okay. Now this was done 4 years ago. Okay. This is done 4 years ago. Like Brandon said, Katt Williams tried to help me. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you have to listen and you have to pay attention. But once again, like he said, I did it for the money. And then, of course, I wanted to work with Martin. Okay. We sit back, we watch Martin. We know Martin funny. You know what I'm saying? So if the opportunity to work with somebody like Martin, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work with you. But then you got the dress scene going on. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what did I tell y'all? Tanakh teaches us when we go into Deuteronomy 22, verse 5, that it is abomination. So why would we even be playing around with Yah and his word and things of that nature and think that things are going to go good for us when we're playing around with things that he's serious about? You know, this is like playing around with your mama when your mama telling you, you know, you better do those dishes in your homework before you go outside. And then she come home, you ain't did that and that. You know you getting whooped. Oh, well, mom, I just want to go outside and play. I told you to do this and do that. We ain't playing in here about this. You see what I'm saying? So now listen to what he got to say right here. Okay.
The Awakened brand, and you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get a dress.
Yeah. Was there like how did they present that? Well, you knew right away you had to get in a dress.
I did the scene on lottery ticket.
Okay.
That scene on lottery ticket. After that, they were pushing his dress on me. It was something about that scene that touched a lot of people, and I think I was too real. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know what? Yeah, he might be a kid. Just put him in a dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that is not in our culture to do.
Hello.
And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us.
Hello.
No, not to hate your culture or your God. Mm-hmm. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Stop right there. And that's the point that I wanted to arrive at. Here we have an actor that's been awakened. And like he just said, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to put that dress on. You know why? You see, because he know and understand that Tanakh tells us that is an abomination and we can't play with Yah and his words for I don't care how much amount of money that they want to offer you. And that same money that they offering you, they can take that money. Just like they did with Ye. Okay. So it's not worth it because now that image is going to be projected to the world. And once that image is out there, it's out there. Anytime people pull those movies up, Big Mama House, and they're gonna see all that stuff. It's not going anywhere. Okay. And the bottom line is, it's like that brother just said. It's not in our culture to do that. Y'all don't want us doing that. So we need to stop doing that. And Katt Williams ain't do nothing but keep it asleep, man. So family, make sure y'all share this. Get this out there to the bigger platforms. Okay. Because what we need to do is, like I said, we need to get in front of this before we already know what they're trying to do by bringing up all this old stuff about, oh, there was this, supposedly this happened and this and that. Well, that's over and done with. What they got to do with the what's going on today with these particular individuals? Nothing. Okay. So share this video. Y'all be safe out there. Make sure y'all stay tuned. I got some more fire coming tomorrow. We going right back in, same time, 10:30. So once again, I appreciate y'all coming through, viewing the show. Put some likes down there on the channel. Drop me some comments down in the comment section. And I'm signing off on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.